Mr. President, I recently made a trip to Ballina and Byron, between Ballina and Byron there to a macadamia farm, Mr. Harris' farm. And I must admit that this is the sort of example that when we get it right, when we marry people who are passionate about the environment, use that with their agricultural business. On this occasion it was macadamia farming, and he took the initiative with these hundreds and hundreds of acres to totally repopulate the riparian zone. 60,000 trees, mostly specific rainforest trees, specifically with that sort of temperament and climate of that area. 60,000, over $1 million, I think it was about $1.8 million, this gentleman poured into his property to make it absolutely hum organically. Then he uses organic treatments on these macadamias. The bees are native. The little bugs that stop the beetles from getting into the nuts. The whole thing, I'm not an expert on it, Stanley, but the whole thing was just humming in terms of organic farming for macadamias. So this guy had set this all up. He put a nest for the eagles. He's got a little rest for where the owls come out of the night to actually hit the rats that are trying to get to the macadamias. I mean, the whole thing was just a biocircle of life. And this guy got it. He got it. And guess what we want to do? We want to then go and map and put a reduction through E-zones to claim back a buffer zone over his riparian areas of around 30 metres, which could reduce his productivity up to 1/3. We've got someone doing the right thing by the environment, the right thing by the crops, the right thing in terms of organic growing. This guy is producing a home, wages for his employees, regionally employing people, and what do we want to do? We want to sterilise half of his productive land through e-zoning. This is just crazy. It's easy for us to write these laws and sterilise people's properties, but how about getting out there and seeing what it really means at the grassroots level? See what the cost is for those people who have to get out of bed and comply with our red tape, comply with our green tape, and comply with all the legislation we make in this chamber here and then the other place. And then you understand that actually we do have a major impact on our farmers across New South Wales. The pendulum has swung so far one way that they need to bring it back, and I think this legislation moves somewhat to bring it back, that we're not sterilising that prime agricultural land, that we're giving them an opportunity to make a buck of it, we're giving them an opportunity to prosper, but we're also looking after the environment, and we're also going to nurture the biodiversity opportunities on their property. But we're going to do it in sync with them and their farming practices, not out on our own. And this is very important legislation to do that.